my friends. Welcome to Sonia's Really Real Real Estate section. Really real, because we like to keep it real and keep it 100 for our list audience. Hello and welcome. It is March 22nd, 2020, the year 2020, which is a great year. This is our year. We need to claim it. We need to claim it. And we need this, people. We need healing. We need healing right now. Healing, prosperity, blessings, growth, divine expansion, favor, and vision. Clear 2020 vision. Thank you and welcome. It is a pleasure and honor to be here with you today to serve in this capacity. On behalf of Midwest Executive Realty, I want to thank you for taking the time to tune in to today's show. I'm your host, Sonia Mays, real estate broker and owner at Midwest Executive Realty at Park Place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Our office is located in the 53224 zip code area, Northwest Milwaukee. We're just east of Highway 145 and west of 107th and Good Hope Road. Just minutes away from Menominee Falls and Germantown. I always like to say that we have the best of both worlds. We do service the southeastern area of Wisconsin, and we are licensed in the state of Wisconsin. Once again, happy and honored to serve our beautiful listening audience. Thank you for joining us and welcome. Today we are reviewing the recently created COVID-19 real estate form, also known as Addendum CV-Coronavirus COVID-19 provisions. This new real estate form was created by the WRA, Wisconsin Realtors Association, in response to the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. And so I also want to take a moment to just pause and thank the wonderful folks at the WRA legal team for their continued leadership, support, and guidance, and for working hard to bring us this new form. Thank you. As many of you know, the coronavirus is an infectious respiratory disease that has spread to over 100 countries globally, causing major shutdowns, lockdowns, travel bans, quarantines, and has directly impacted the global markets and economy. Due to the current level of uncertainty and concerns, the WRA legal team created this new COVID-19 addendum form to be used by real estate practitioners in real estate transactions. And what it does is help to address timelines in the real estate contracts by providing specific provisions for deadline extensions. So you might be asking, why do we need to use this form to for an extension? And I asked the same question, why can't we just use a regular amendment to the contract to extend the deadlines? And I took a look at some of the forms that are currently available through our Zip Forms platform, and I looked at the amendment forms versus the addendum forms. And with a regular amendment is a change to the already agreed upon terms and conditions of the original contract. So with an amendment allows you to extend or change the dates to a specific date in the future, as well as address some other changes or adjustments to the original purchase contract. And an addendum, and I want to make clear that there's a difference between an amendment versus an addendum. So an amendment is a change to the contract, whereas an addendum is in addition to the contract. So it doesn't necessarily alter the contract, it merely adds to it, or in addition to the already accepted offer to purchase contract. All right, so the COVID-19 form is specifically related to the current COVID-19 situation and the uncertainty of our current situation. And we'll look at that in more detail very shortly. Now, if you wanted to line up the forms and compare them to other addendum forms that are available, there's the Addendum S, which is specifically, it specifically addresses the lead-based paint. All right, we use that form for that. The Addendum SSO specifically addresses short sales, And then there's the Addendum D, which is used for electronic document delivery. So this is a few examples of other addendums that are used to address specific areas or specific items or particular areas of concern. All right. So getting back to the COVID-19 addendum and how it relates to the current COVID-19 outbreak, as you know, there are national lockdowns pretty much in every city, state, town, municipality, where there are office closures, businesses, churches, schools, and other public places that have closed or are have limited hours, limited access. Many restaurants and banks have closed their lobbies. They're only offering drive-through services in an attempt to prevent the spread of the virus disease. In real estate transactions, there are many title companies and settlement offices that are also closed, or they have implemented some additional precautionary measures. For example, some title companies are limiting the number of people who can wait in the lobby during the closing. They only want the signers to come into the closing room. So, they don't want realtors, lenders in the closing room. Gone are the days when, as real estate brokers and agents, we would all go into the closing room. We'd go in there with our clients, with the buyers and the sellers, and you have the family members or business partners if it's an investment deal, and all these people are in the closing room. And we're cheering everyone on. We finally made it to the closing table. Yay! Hip hip hooray! Woohoo! Well, those days are gone for now. So they don't want realtors in there, lenders, only the people that are required to sign the closing documents, buyer and seller only. And then, of course, there's some transactions where they are utilizing the mobile notaries and doing a lot of remote closing. So those are some of the changes in effect that we're seeing. And then also, I just recently learned that some of the title companies are using or distributing single-use disposable pins, ink pins, so that after the signing, the pins are thrown away and properly discarded. So another way to help prevent the spread of the virus. So these are just some examples of measures that are being taken in response to the would be inserted onto these lines. The next paragraph, which is lines 4 through 13, deals with extensions for office closures, such as Register of Deeds, inspector, lender, appraiser, title company and settlement office, etc. So here it says that if one of these entities, quote, closes its offices and such closure makes it impossible for buyer or seller to perform under this offer, then any outstanding deadlines will automatically be extended for the duration of the closure for up to blank days, 30 if left blank, upon written notice by one party to the other, indicating the closure and its effect on the transaction, end quote. All right, it goes on to say, quote, the deadline extension ends upon written notice by one party to the other, alerting them of the government or settlement service office reopening, end quote. Okay, so it automatically defaults to 30 days if that line is left blank for the extension timeline. Okay. The next paragraph in the CV addendum, lines 14 through 24, deals with isolation, extension, and access, meaning if inspectors or appraisers can't get into the property due to the virus, or you might have buyer and their agents, and the buyer's agents are not able to get into the property for for say follow-up inspections or viewings or final walkthroughs due to the virus, then this is another provision to help address those issues. Now, keep in mind that the addendum is used after there's an accepted offer, not before. Okay, so access issues are definitely a major concern right now. We're seeing a lot of showings that are declined, where sellers don't want people coming into their homes. They don't want people walking through their property right now due to the coronavirus outbreak, and so they want to prevent the spread of the disease. So access issues are a major concern, right? Well, let's see how the addendum CV addresses this in this particular paragraph. So at lines 14 through 18, it says, quote, The parties acknowledge this offer occurs during a time when the spread of coronavirus may cause delays or render it impossible for one or more parties to perform their contractual obligations in a timely manner. If buyer or seller is subject to coronavirus isolation or quarantine, then any outstanding deadlines will be extended for up to blank days, 14 if left blank, upon notice by one party to the other of the coronavirus precaution, end quote. Okay, so this part of the document would default to 14 days if that line is left blank. And again, that's concerning the access issues or the extension, isolation, extension, and access. And then there's some additional language and provisions in the addendum, which of course you're more than welcome to review in more detail with your realtor or attorney. But this is the gist of it, or the main components of the addendum. It's a one-page addendum consisting of 33 lines total, created as a result of the coronavirus global epidemic that is currently affecting the way we do business and the way we live. So it is definitely a new normal. All right, and on that note, I will wrap things up as we come to a close for this episode. And and also just want to point out on the addendum for the addendum CV that there's 2 lines at the bottom of the document, and where each party, the buyer and seller, would just initial it and date. So again, very simple form, nothing that's going to take up a lot of time. You're simply filling in information. It takes a couple of minutes to complete it. Initial and date at the bottom, and it's a done deal. It just gets added to the offer, the accepted offer. So real simple, easy peasy, cheesy. And that's it. So, on that note, I want to thank you again for tuning in to today's episode. And as always, I'd like to share with you the information, the source of the information from today's show for those inquiring minds that want to know. The data was derived from the WRA Legal News and also from the World Health Organization website. Those are the sources of the information that was shared today. So again, World Health Organization website, and then WRA Legal News, WRA.org. All right, well, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Sonia's Really Real Estate Connection. I hope that you found this information to be useful and of value. It's always a pleasure and honor to serve the listening audience in this capacity. And of course, folks, if you have any questions or feedback about today's topic or any other topic you'd like to discuss and explore further, please send them in, give us a call. You may reach us toll free at 844-777-7725. Again, that number is 844-777-7725, or you may send us an email to info@midexec.com. Again, that email address is info@midexec.com, or check out our website at midwestexecutiverealty.com. Again, www.midwestexecutiverealty.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Make it a great day, and please be safe, stay well, and healthy. God bless.